What's up guys, welcome to 1UX1, and the question I had is, should you be a UX designer or UI designer or both? Now this really depends on your own interest. Now before I start, I'm going to say if you're going to become a UX designer and a UI designer, you're going to have a lot more work to do. And that's obvious because you're taking on two roles. So that's the first thing I'd like to say. Now secondly, UI is a specific career and UX design is a specific career. You can choose both or you can do them together, i.e. imagine a person being a UX designer. Let me give you an analogy. A UX designer would be the equivalent of someone who's designing a house, and he's going to or she's going to design the whole building, what it's going to look like, what colors generally it's going to be. And the UI designer would be the one with the intricate details of exactly what shade of color you're going to use in the house, what the furniture will be, what model, what shape, what size, what dimension, everything will be in terms of the interior, the decor to make the house stunning. So they work together. Now if you wanted to do both, then you'd be an architect, a builder, and interior designer. That's what UX and UI together would be like. So it'd be up to you to choose whether that's what you really want to do. I personally think you should either be a UX designer or a UI designer. If you're going to do both, it's going to be a huge amount of work. And don't forget to download my free guide so you can get that career advice, and subscribe and drop any questions you have for more videos I can make for you. So back to UX and UI. UI is specifically about the perfection of the UX experience. So this makes the website, the app, the software, or the platform that you're building amazing. So this really finishes off the product with a stunning design and a great user experience. So the UI people, they have the color palettes, they understand the psychology of colors, they understand how people would like to see it and feel that great user experience. The UX designer will give the prototype, the design, the wireframes, the minimum viable product, and then work closely with the UI professional to perfect it. Now, if you're going to look at it from the point of view of you want to do both, then you have to be really good at both, and you'll need to learn HTML and CSS. So you'd have to be able to code this. So if you don't want to learn the coding, then you can be a UX designer. If you want to learn code, then you will need that to do both roles. So it's really crucial that you appreciate the amount of workload. And in terms of the advantages of being a UX UI, you get to understand code better, you get to work closer with developers because you understand more about the developers or software engineers, how they work. The other advantage of being a UX UI designer is in some countries there's more work for you, and some countries you can't actually just be a UX designer. They just don't have the budget for it, and they want you to know both anyway. So they'd like you to be a UX designer and UX UI designer. So some countries you don't even have a choice, you have to know both. Other countries, they're separate fields. So it really depends on where you are in the world and what the demands are. So you could go on a recruitment website, a job website, and have a look and see, well, in your country, what are they hiring for? Because you really need to decide based on what they're hiring for so that you can select and choose a career that works for you in your country or the country that you want to work in. So it's always good to have an extra skill. It's no harm in knowing UI, and I've never seen anyone not benefit from something that they learned from. So as I say, hard work never goes to waste, skills never go to waste. So some way it will help you. It may give you the edge over another applicant. So let's say you're going for a job and there's a UX designer and a UX UI designer. There's a good chance you'll get the job because you obviously have this extra talent and better understanding of user experiences, especially when it comes to the finer details. The UI people, they know the finer details. They're the experts on that. So choosing between the two, I would say study both in detail and see if that's your skill set. That's what you want to learn. That's what you're willing to understand and learn, and then go from there. Really, that would be the best way. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Drop any questions you have for future videos. Download the free guides, and I'll see you in the next one. This is 1UX1. Thank you, guys.